3, 2, 1.
Please stand by for further details. We return you now to your regularly scheduled program.
Hello to those of you who are feeling called to this reading in particular. I'm still reading at number 1182. My name is Elizabeth, and before getting into this reading, if you are a recurring viewer, you enjoy my work and you would like to help support it, feel free to do so by sticking around and hitting that subscribe button down below, and ringing the notification bell next to it if you feel called to. And if you do feel called to subscribe and stick around, welcome. And thank you very much for your support as well as your presence during this reading. So, there could be a viewer here who is feeling quite tired. You are working very hard and trying to stay very focused. And this could just be a reminder for you to really listen to your body, your needs. I want to say your eyes in terms of both tiredness and maybe what you're intuitively seeing or feeling, whether it's about this tiredness or something else. It's okay to give yourself permission, though, to still work, but maybe also give yourself a little more room, time, and space to breathe, to relax, to sleep. And I want to say to have fun, but it really feels like even having fun could potentially be tiring for you. And I saw the number 222 on the timer, which isn't, I'm feeling not a new interpretation, but one that I have not felt in a very long time. And it's about balance, priorities, maybe making difficult decisions, planning or preparing for something. Make sure your priorities are straight and that things are balanced. I also see the number 2 as confirmation of a significant relationship or situation on your mind, as well as a need here to be very mindful of your decisions, especially if they're difficult, and make sure you are protecting your peace, your time, your energy, your resources, yourself. Really be wise with your choices. For somebody here, expressing yourself, maybe expressing how tired you are to somebody or to yourself in writing or just meditation, maybe that in of itself could help you feel a little more energized, just recognizing that you're tired and being like, okay, that's okay. But, of course, I do need to give myself a little more room to breathe. In whatever way feels right for me or you. Moving into interpreting 1182, well, I do want to say that it could even be helpful for you to move slower. Maybe the answer isn't make room for more rest, but have less room for work, if that makes sense. And they both could be true too. But in the number 1182, there are 2 ones. And the number 1 is about having trust and faith This could be in yourself, the universe, another person, some specific situation. For somebody in particular, I really do feel that you can have a little more faith in a certain relationship or a certain situation, but I feel like that's only true if it comes from a place of confidence rather than a need for safety or comfort. At least primarily about confidence. It's okay if it doesn't make you feel safe or comfortable, but it shouldn't be the driving force. At least in my opinion. The number 8 is about loss and trusting that whatever is lost will be replaced. It is a call for you to have more hope or courage so that you can allow yourself to walk away from a person or situation that just isn't right for you. Maybe this is someone or something you have invested in for a really long time, so it's okay if walking away or letting go isn't easy. I think it's more important that you recognize what you need and what you deserve, and you honor that in the way that you need to, at the pace that you need to. This could have been someone or something that you lost for one reason or another in the past. It could be happening right now. It could be something that happens in the future. Or it doesn't have to resonate at all for you. I just see the number 654 on the timer though, which is a sign about trusting that everything does happen for a reason in the way that it's meant to, in the order that it is meant to. I do want to acknowledge for somebody that just because you walk away from someone or something, that doesn't necessarily mean it will create or equate to immediate loss or long-term loss. There may be an opportunity down the line to reconcile with somebody or to revisit a person or a situation. And I really, really want to encourage you to focus on what your intuition is telling you right now and not your fear. Focus on what's making you feel confident, not safe or secure. I mean, of course, if it's about like home life, you know, your actual stability, definitely take your instincts into consideration. But I do think I talked about having more hope and courage for a reason. These things do help you, it seems to me, better understand what your intuition is telling you and what your fear or fears are telling you. Moving on to the number 2. We already did talk about the number 2, which was about making sure there is balance in a situation, fairness, maybe even equality. Not too much labor here. This could even be about being fair to yourself. The number 2 is also about further confirmation of a significant relationship or situation, as well as a need for you to take your decisions seriously at this time and do what you need to do, choose what you need to choose to protect yourself, whether it's your time, money, resources, your peace. It's okay to protect yourself and to put yourself first if you need to. Sometimes even if you just want to, depending on the context. But adding up these numbers, 1 plus 1 is 2, plus 8 is 10, 10 plus 2 is 12, 1 plus 2 is the number 3. For some reason, just now felt reconnected to the idea of having trust and faith. The number 3 is about expressing yourself, using your voice in whatever way feels right for you right now, through journaling, meditation, talking to somebody, just expressing yourself in whatever way feels right. It's also taking an opportunity, either right now or always, to heal and to grow. Always choosing to express yourself so you can understand and properly take care of yourself and protect yourself. Yeah, it does feel like there's quite a bit of focus here on using your voice, healing and growing. I think the number 2 can also be about boundaries. Maybe there's need here to choose between drawing some sort of line or setting some sort of boundaries, or just ignoring some sort of problem, or just letting someone continue to cross your boundaries or treat you in a way that you don't like, or whatever the situation or the context is. It depends. But overall, this number 1182 has called for you to have more trust and definitely more faith to help you let go of or walk away from someone or something. This could be even a certain thought, a certain feeling or belief. It doesn't necessarily have to be a situation or a relationship outside of you. It could be both. Only take what resonates. The number 2 here has made its presence very known, as we are 2 minutes into recording the second segment of this video here. So it's okay to think through something so you can really understand how you feel. Express yourself so you can understand how you feel and make a decision that truly allows you to protect yourself and to invest in a future that brings you what you deserve. Relationships that you deserve, opportunities that you deserve. So you can see that there are a couple of decks of cards on the table. We have the Secrets of Tarot cards, as well as index cards that I made myself and just wrote on with things that I felt called to write. I did feel connected to Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, actually, when I wanted to say the Secrets of Tarot. So let me switch these cards real quick. And I just saw number 333 on the timer. Whoever is watching this, whoever this message really aligns for, you are really being encouraged to express yourself or to heal and grow, or both. This is the Nightmare Before Christmas Tarot, by the way. I'm just going to draw one of these cards to get more detail or context for the messages that you need. It does feel like somebody here is working hard on something, trying to create more abundance, maybe more opportunities for yourself. And I felt that way because I saw the Knight of Pentacles as well as the Nine of Pentacles. This represents somebody who is hardworking and patient, and seeing their hard work pay off maybe even makes them feel a little bit smug. But I did see the number 444 on the timer. Somebody here really needs to listen to their instincts. The number 4 is connected to ancestors and stability. I think your ancestors really want you to trust that everything really does happen for a reason. especially if there's something going on at home or at work, or just anything to do with your sense of stability and security. Alright, so the card that I have is the Four of Swords in reverse. We did just see the number 4. As I said, it is connected to ancestors and stability. This card says ecstatic, plateau, and stuck. That's the reverse. Upright, it says recharge, rest, time to pause. It also says in the reverse, need for new perspective. So those messages in the beginning about, slowing down or just making more room for rest, it feels like this card is really confirming that here. There may need to be more fairness in a situation so you can have more time to rest or to process something, or just things in general. There was something that I wanted to say, but I forgot what it was, unfortunately. This card here is pretty self-explanatory. Honestly, it just feels like confirmation for you to rest, to think about something, to contemplate on something, especially if it has something to do with your sense of stability or security. It is starting to really feel like there is an important decision here to be made. It's important to not be distracted. And to also not make a decision when you're feeling intense emotions, whether they're positive or negative. Things could definitely be feeling stagnant right now, and that could be frustrating. But it does feel like you do have the power here to some capacity to put things into motion. But don't speed things up until you're ready for that. Let me go ahead and draw 2 of these index cards to add to these messages. The first card says, don't let others tell you who you are. Yeah, I'm really getting a strong feeling of a need to defend yourself. The other card says, focus on your passions. This could be something that you are working hard on. The messages with these cards are pretty simple. Rest. If you need to, take your time with something or some sort of decision. You don't have to rush, as far as I know. And if others aren't telling you who you are, then you're telling others who you are. And thinking about the number 3 and expressing yourself, maybe there is an opportunity here for you to communicate to somebody who you really are, what you really think, what you really feel, what you really believe, what you really want to do. It's almost like an opportunity here to show off your authenticity, but not in a way that it is self-serving or arrogant or anything like that. Not from a place of ego, but a place of wanting justice. Maybe the word is conviction, a place of conviction. It's not really about vengeance or telling somebody I told you so. Just focus on your passions. It feels like it could be something that you're working hard on, but it could also be whatever you got to reflect on or think about. What are you actually passionate about? What do you truly care about? What is your inner world, your intuition, your mind, your heart, your soul trying to tell you right now? This reading overall has called for you to have trust and faith, to have more hope more courage when it comes to letting go or walking away from someone or something that does not support your well-being, your highest potential. There's definitely a real need here to think through something, and maybe even to protect yourself. Make sure there is balance and fairness in your life in general, a specific relationship, a specific situation. Use your voice. Express yourself. Let others know who you really are, and make sure you are focusing on what truly matters to you. It's okay to take some space, to take some time out. And take time out specifically reminds me of the ancestor spirit oracle card that I have that says take time out. So your ancestors, past loved ones, whether you knew them in this life or not, are really encouraging you to take some time to rest, to take some of the space that you need to breathe, to process. Especially because I saw the number 111 on the timer, which is more encouragement here for you to have more trust, more faith in yourself, what you're capable of, and the universe, and what is possible for you.